Hello and welcome. My name is Kyle FtW and welcome back to another map guide video. Today, we are covering the map Decoy, part of my map guide double feature day. And man, my voice is going to be absolutely killed by the end of this video. Hopefully I can even get through it. My voice may not even let me. But anyways, we are covering the map Decoy here, which is one of the more favorite maps here in this game. And one thing to clarify straight away is that the developers went absolutely all out with the destructible environments on this map. It is absolutely insane. And we're going to be covering every single one here in this video and what we can do with them here in this map. So here's an overview of the map, as you guys can see. And again, I'll put all of the most popular areas on the screen right now for you guys to see all of the most popular areas of the map. And again, it revolves more around the buildings as well as the barn areas. And overall, I didn't like this map at first when the game first came out, and now I do like it quite a bit, actually. So there's actually been a few maps in this game that I haven't liked at all, that in the beginning of the game that I now like, and those are both Tuscan and Decoy. I both didn't like those maps to begin with the game, and now I actually do like them quite a bit compared to other ones. And then on the flip side, there's maps that I started out really liking, and now I don't like anymore, like Oasis, as well as, yeah, just Oasis, I think, is the only map that I started off not liking, or started off liking, and now I don't like it anymore. And again, here are all the spawn points that I can possibly think of. Again, there's a lot of them on this map, but again, that's, again, there's just so many different spawn points that it's hard to include them all, but there are all the ones that I know of. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this map guide. So I do have myself a combat shotgun here with destruction, so that it's not a pain in the butt to destroy all of the destructible environment areas. So again, right off the bat, boom, first destructible environment right here. This is one of the main ones that allows you to get over here and get, it's one of the spawn ones. It isn't used too much, but again, it is still there for those of you who are over here. Again, it can take you over to that doorway there. Gets you lines of sights to there, as well as coming through here. And again, this doorway takes you over to this part of the map. But we're going to go ahead and cover the left side of the map first over here, because again, for no reason, just that I want to. So the left obviously goes from, where I'm standing, from this building over to the other side of the map, and then of course I'll cover the middle, and then we'll cover that route over there. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get over here to this area. Now, what you can do from coming over here is this gives you a sort of sneaky line of sight to enemies that are coming through those barn doors over there, as well as enemies that are up there, or that are there and up there. Again, I'll destroy those here in a second. I can also destroy all of these fences here. Again, there are so many destructible environments on this map. It is actually kind of insane. I'm not even kidding. I mean, this map was designed to be destructible, basically. I think they did that on purpose. Again, same thing over here. Another destructible environment. I am loving this combat shotgun with destruction already. It's going to make this map guide be so much more efficient than my Berlin map guide, which literally took a million years because there's so many destructible environments on Berlin as well. But again, I can destroy this, and this takes me over here. Again, a lot of times this will be destroyed pretty early in the game. I can also close these barn doors, destroy this, and this basically just takes me over to here, over to the middle of the map. Again, same thing I showed you guys over here. Another destructible environment that's not really broken too often, but there we go. I can also come through here, and this is the middle of the map, which I'll cover here in a little while. So continuing on over here to the left side of the map, I can destroy this destructible environment here, which allows me to get a line of sight to enemies that are coming through here. Again, another destructible environment right here, which is destroyed quite often. So by being here, I'll see a lot of enemies come through this way, and then by destroying this, I can easily take them out. But again, one thing that you can do with these destructible environments is early in game, if you melee them, they actually get destroyed a little bit less. So you can use them as a little bit of a head glitch, I should say. But again, the enemies can see your red name through these, so you have to keep that in mind. I can also, again, destroy these like that. And I honestly recommend meleeing them because it makes it a little bit of a smaller area. Because again, if I just shoot this with my shotgun, it just destroyed half of that. But if I just melee it, it only destroys about a 1 foot square that I can just get a nice line of sight to enemies over. Now in here, again, all of this is destructible. This happens all the time. Again, I can just melee this. Gives me a better line of sight here, but again, about 5 minutes into the game, this is all destroyed because that's just what this map is. This map, again, as I've said a couple of times, this entire map, I think, was designed just for the developers to be like, we're adding destructible environments, so let's make one map in the game where we just go all out and make pretty much 85% of the map destructible, which is what they did. And I actually kind of like the idea. I think it's kind of fun to show all of the, you know, the new unique features. Again, I can also destroy this, but one thing that I recommend doing is you can actually climb up here. And early in game, again, I destroyed quite a bit of it, but again, if I sit up here, I can get line of sight to enemies over there, as well as enemies that are down here. And it's a kind of a useful spot, as well as I can sit up here and take out and get a more clearer vision on enemies up there. Now coming through this doorway, I can also break this, which leads me into the backside of the map here. But again, I can also melee it and get a sort of sneaky line of sight early in the game. I mean, if I have this combat shotgun here, I'll just go ahead and show you guys this route right now. What I can do is I can come through here. I can destroy... Wow. Wow, okay. Apparently destruction with the combat shotgun destroys vehicles. Again, I destroyed that one, which is kind of a bummer because I wanted to show you guys that you could melee this and get sort of a little sneaky line of sight to enemies up there. What I was going to show you is I could run through here, go through these doors, come through here, melee this, and get a spawn kill, which could be super, super useful. And again, same thing over here. I can just climb up here. You can also climb on some of these and destroy them, but specifically these wood paneling ones, I can't really run through them. The only thing I can do is destroy them, or I can run through them in some cases, but a lot of the times when I get specifically with that one or specifically with this garage door for some reason, I can't really destroy this very easily, and I don't know why that is. Whenever I play this map, I have to like shoot it or melee it. I can't run through it for some reason. I'm not sure why that is, but again, not really part of the map guide, but again, just something to keep in mind. Now, let's go back over here to this route over here. But actually, let's just finish this building while we're in here. Again, I can destroy this, all these destructible environments right here, and again, just gives me some more lines of sights, opens up this area. And one of the things about destroying all of these environments on this map is that it basically just really opens it up and makes camping very, very difficult. Obviously, there are some solid head glitches like right here, and even this desk right here. But for the most part, everything is destructible on this map. So that's why I think a lot of people like this map in this game, because it's pretty camper unfriendly. But I will show you a few popular camping spots that unfortunately not really ruin the map, but definitely make the map a little bit harder to play on. Alright, now coming over here to the left and covering the barn area here, this is where a lot of action happens. Again, these doors usually open pretty early on in the game. There is a destructible environment right here, which you can feel free to destroy, but obviously this one will be destroyed in the beginning coming from the other spawn point. But one thing that you can do here is you can just, mount on this little, whatever this is, and take out enemies that are coming from there. Be aware of enemies on the head glitch there. It's kind of a nasty head glitch, so if you don't know that enemies are right there, it's gonna be pretty difficult for you, so just keep that in mind, that head glitch is used quite often. Again, there's a destructible barrel or date. Wow, nice job, Kyle. Good job, friend. There is a barrel right there that you can feel free to destroy if you so wish, but again, it can get you killed like you just saw what happened to me right there. And again, this destructible environment is right here as well, and this one is pretty much destroyed early on in the game as well. And it basically just allows me to get a line of sight to enemies that are camping up there on that catwalk. Now, if I'm going to stand back and use my pistol this time, I'm going to just go ahead and destroy that. And I will go ahead and destroy, I guess it destroyed both barrels. And by destroying that barrel right there, that destroys most of that destructible environment as well. And if I shoot that one, that will probably destroy that building or this destructible environment here as well, which definitely did. And the cool thing about this is that it gives me a very, very nice head glitch to enemies that are coming from over there, which is very, very useful. And again, same thing here. I can just destroy this and basically move on with my day and make this area very, very hard to camp in. And again, all of these doors open here as well. The purpose of opening these doors is pretty simple enough. I can just get lines of sight to enemies over there. Lines of sight to enemies over there, but again, keep in mind that whole wall right there is probably going to be broken. Same thing over there. And then, of course, I can just shoot that barrel, and it will basically destroy most of this fence here, which I can climb on and use as a head glitch. But I promise you, this one is going to be very, very short-lived, because a lot of the times, by being right here, you're going to have about 20 enemies looking at you. That's an over-exaggeration, but I guess not really. If you're playing a blitz, you're going to have at least 10 enemies looking at you on this map. So again, wouldn't recommend coming up through here or running through the middle in general. There is a B objective. The B objective is right here, so if I do prone, this is probably the best way to capture it, but again, keep in mind for enemies right there. So continuing on here with the barn, again, I can destroy this environment as well, and basically, once again, just opens up this whole area. Again, all of these fences here, once again, pretty self-explanatory, are destructible. You can climb up here, and again, now this whole area is destructible. The only thing that's not is this window, but again, I can destroy this entire wall if I want to, and I actually recommend destroying all the destructible environments on this map, and the reason for that is that a lot of people will camp up here most of the games. So if I destroy all the destructible environments, then they are going to have much more difficult time camping up here than if I didn't destroy them. But again, same thing goes. There is still head glitches up here. I can use this metal piece as my head glitch. I can use this metal piece as my head glitch. But if I destroy all of this, number one, it gives me a really big overview of the entire map. I mean, enemies from there, enemies from there, and enemies from over there, and even enemies from over here. But now that this is all destroyed, it's much less safe, and it's going to be much easier to take me out. Again, keep in mind enemies running through there, enemies on that window there, and enemies over by the truck, and then finally over there as well. So again, that is pretty much a little bit of an overview of the barn area, which is definitely one of the more popular areas of the map, which you guys saw that red circle in. Now, if I come over through here, we are going to be getting into, well, not quite yet. We'll cover that here in a second. Basically, this gravel path just takes you over to the sort of A spawn area, which the A flag is right here for those guys who don't know. And again, keep in mind for enemies spawning over there. Again, just keep your sights up and wait for them to come by. Again, same thing. The objective is right here. You can also run through here and open up this window to get a line of sight to enemies up there, as well as over there. And again, the fences are one of the more annoying destructible environments in the entire game, because for some reason they have really bad bullet penetration, which makes no sense. I really struggle getting kills on enemies behind fences in this game, and I'm not really sure why that is, but a lot of the times when there's fences, I end up actually dying more than actually getting kills for some reason, and you got to keep that in mind for sure. Again, it's always a good bet to just try and destroy as many of the fences as you can, just to make your life on the map a little bit easier. Again, these get destroyed as well. And you can also run through these doors, which are also breakable. Also, again, so many different breakable things on these maps, or on this map in particular. I can literally break everything if I want to. It's just kind of wild, to be completely honest with you guys. Now, coming over through here, again, as I said, this is a destructible environment right here. Again, these are destroyed pretty early in the game, to be honest. Actually, you know what? Never mind. I take that back. Throughout the 10 plays I've had on this map, a lot of the times, this wall right here really isn't destroyed that often, and I'm not sure why that is, but it's just probably because it's a kind of a low traffic area, so there's not really a point in destroying it. Just taking a drink so that my voice isn't super dead. I'm now coming back through here. This window is open, but again, a lot of people don't spend much time around here, so there's really no point in being back here. Again, maybe to just either to destroy a kill streak or to call in a kill streak. Again, I can run through this door here, open up this window. Again, there's pretty much no point in opening this window. I can open up this door right here. Again, pretty much no point. Then I can destroy this, and this actually does have a point to it. I can actually make this a head glitch, and if enemies are spawning or enemies are sitting in there, by destroying this, I can basically just use this as a head glitch and as an advantage over enemies, which is very useful. And I actually tend to use this one quite a lot. Now coming over through here, again, this little storage shed can be broken, but if I destroy that exploding barrel, now this area is pretty much wide open. And again, same thing over here. I can destroy all of these destructible environments here. What the point of these are is that it gives me line of sight to enemies coming over from A, as well as gives me a sort of different view on enemies over there in this building. And it also gives me line of sight to enemies over there if I am sort of spawn trapping enemies. Now coming over through here, again, same thing. We've pretty much been over through this a million times, but more destructible environments there. I can destroy all of these if I so wish. These ones are easier to sprint through, of course, than these. It basically goes by, if there's wood paneling like this, those are harder to destroy than this, basically, if that makes sense. Because this is basically like, you know, like 2x4s, and this is basically like a drywall, way thicker of a wall. So I can run through here. Again, before this was destroyed, I wish I didn't destroy it so early on. You could run through this destructible environment here, melee this, and then get a very nice line of sight to enemies over here. But because it got destroyed by the truck and my shotgun, unfortunately I can't show you guys that, but it is what it is. I can also come through here and destroy all of this destructible environment, and trust me, this does get destroyed pretty much every match. Again, same thing, can destroy this as well. And again, what this does is it just gives me, you know, more overviews, more views of enemies, and that's basically what all these, by destroying all these destructible environments, that's what this does. This map goes from a pretty enclosed map to one of the more open maps in the game, believe it or not. Because I mean, just look at all of this, look at just all of what we've done here in this map guide video. With all of that destroyed, all of those doors open, all of that destructible environments over there broken, this map is incredibly wide open, and that's actually kind of a good thing because it allows streaks to do good. It promotes rushing, because obviously if I'm camping right here and that whole area is open and enemies are sitting up there, I'm pretty much screwed. So yeah, overall, I really do like this map. I think there's a lot of rushing to be had on this map. There's a lot of fun lines of sights to do. I didn't show them very well, but you can just break, you can just melee your little destructible environments and get a really nice line of sight over to enemies. And overall, it's a pretty easy map to cover because it's actually one of the better maps in the game, believe it or not. Again, same thing, these doors open, more destructible environments here. Again, wouldn't recommend spending any time in the middle. So from this point here to this point here, basically this rectangle, wouldn't spend much time over here at all. And if you are, you're going to have to be very careful. So I recommend either head glitching on this, or keeping your sights up and then going over here to the left. And speaking of the left, we're gonna go ahead and cover that right now. So if I climb up here onto this truck, I can go ahead and go prone here and just anticipate enemies coming through there. And actually, I did forget something, so let me go ahead and run all the way back over to here, and I will cover something really quickly for you guys. So I can climb up on the hood of this truck and then come all the way back here and then get line of sight to enemies up there, as well as up there, sort of a surprise one, and then I can actually get a line of sight to enemies coming through that way if they're standing right there, which is pretty useful. And then of course enemies right there. So I just wanted to make sure I showed you guys that. And same thing over here with this truck, I can climb up on its hood, come back here, and then I can get a line of sight to enemies all the way over there. And with a sniper, if I jump up there, I might be able to take out an enemy there. Again, I didn't just show you guys these destructible environments, but there we go. You can destroy these, same just like the rest of them. And it basically just makes running away from A little bit easier, as well as running to A little bit easier. So keep that in mind as well. So now let's go ahead and head back over to that truck that I showed you guys. I actually kind of showed you all that is useful for. Again, I can just climb up here and then just wait for enemies to come by. Again, same thing right here. This allows me to get into this building, but again, all of this is probably destroyed, but again, it can be used as a nice little flank, especially if enemies are running through here like this. I can just stand right here and bam, take them out pretty easily. Now running over through here, make sure you keep your sights up right here because this is a spawn point. Again, keep it in mind, enemies coming from there and enemies coming from over here as well. And again, there's another head glitch, but again, this is sort of a more low traffic area here on this map. And then if I run all the way back here, this basically just is a good spot for, again, to destroy streaks or call in streaks myself. So again, that's pretty much it though for this map guide video. Again, there's not really much else I can show you. I mean, that's just pretty much it. I think I showed you guys as many things that I could think of, as many lines of sights that I could think of, and I obviously showed you guys all the destructible environments and what you guys can do with them. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoy it. My voice is absolutely dead. I'm actually get like weirdly worn out when I make these videos, which is why there's been a little bit of a break for a couple of days of me making these videos, because they kill my voice. It doesn't matter how softly I talk or anything like that. They just end up killing my voice because I'm literally talking straight for 20 minutes. And that just isn't good for my voice. But anyway, guys, that is going to do it for this next map guide video. Hopefully it was able to help you out. If it did, make sure to leave a like so that I know that it helped you, or comment either or. And if it didn't help you, definitely I like to hear constructive criticism, because I do want to cover all the DLC maps here in this game as well. So you have 2 more of those coming, and I want to improve them and make them the best that they possibly can be for you guys, so that they can help you out. But anyway, guys, if you haven't missed any of my other previous map guide videos, they've all been linked down below with some playlist in the description. That was my previous map guide video covering Tuscan, will be also at the end of the video for you guys to check out. I'll see you guys all in the Call of Duty Vanguard video very soon.